he just won't let them not think they're playing for the Super Bowl out there. He won't let them do it. So proud of that. Proud of the coach. Oh, my gosh. I just it meant so much to us to get the win. That's a outstanding team out there, a playoff team. And but the key thing is that the defense, Mike Zimmer, Mike McCarthy, the players, they just right up until the last play, stripping that ball. They just won't. They don't differentiate. They're fighting all the way. And there's no question we're fighting with a very limited deck out here right now, and those guys are doing a great job. All of them, the players, but my hat's off to Mike McCarthy. When you're proud that they got rewarded and the team is playing at that level because he's got them coached up to play at that level, even though you realize that when you're not in those playoffs, then you can't get to the big one. But he's got this team. That's his good of emotional performance, effort performance, as I've seen us have, and I don't know what to compare it to.
What did you think of?
Boy, give me that kind of effort, that kind of professionalism. Those guys came out and played as though they were fighting to in the championship game to go to the Super Bowl. So can't tell you how proud of them and the coaching staff. It really shows me something.
Jerry, what's going on, Cowboy faithful? It's your boy DMV back with another one on Victory Monday. It's been a while, man. It has been a while. Hold on, guys. Hold that thought.
But wait, there's more.
I mean, y'all know your boy had to bring out the victory chain, right? Had to bring out the victory chain. Almost forgot it. Look, yesterday, the team gave you a lot to be proud of moving towards the future. So, yes, the Dallas Cowboys were eliminated from the playoffs with the Commanders' victory over the Eagles. And the way that happened, it was a little bit crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looked like there might be a path for the Cowboys to possibly make the playoffs because next week, Philadelphia is more than likely going to probably play without Hurts. I don't know if I could see a path with playing Philadelphia with Hurts. But, you know, with Kenny Pickett, it looked like maybe there was a shot. And, hey, look, Jaden Daniels was just clutch.
You raggedy bitch.
But we're not here to talk about the Commanders and the Eagles. Like screw that matchup, right?
I am out. I'm gone.
We're here to talk about the 5 observations that I took away from the game yesterday. And I watched it, and as you guys have known, over the last few weeks, the results haven't really mattered to me as much as it has the effort in which these guys have put forward, right? Because to me, I feel like Cooper Rush said it best, right? You're kind of playing for your life at this point. You know, what is there to play for if there's no playoffs? Hey, I'm playing for my life for the most part. And I'm just paraphrasing it, but the number one takeaway for me yesterday, Micah and CD, we got to lean on those guys to break the cycle. That's who should be leading this young football team. And I know that we love manufactured captains and, you know, throw on the Stetson and we want you to look like a cowboy. We want you to be presidential, right? In order to win, in order to get past where we want to get to, we're going to have to lean on those guys. The change of the guard starts now, and we're seeing it right now. The way that you're watching CeeDee Lamb battle, the guys next to him are fighting a little bit harder. The way you're watching Micah Parsons battle, the way that you're watching him defend his teammates, the guys are playing next to him, they're playing hard. Yesterday, we looked like a football team. The last couple of weeks, we've looked like a football team instead of a presentation, right? And that's what us Cowboy fans ultimately want. We don't care about the glitz and the glamour and the lights and all that stuff. We want football, and we want our team to be good. And we want our team to be a championship-type team. I hate to be pointing a finger like Rafael Palmeiro at Congress, but that's what we want. That's what we want, guys. From the bottom of my heart, my core, I don't care about any of this like, oh, we're the richest franchise. And look, the front office they care about that.
I don't care about that.
But as a fan, as a hardcore fan, the guy that talks to you every week, bro, all I care about is a good product on the field, right? Win, lose, or draw. I want a good product. I want football. I want winning football, and that's what we've been doing as of late. Doesn't matter who's in front of us, you beat them, and you keep showing up, and you keep chopping wood. That's what I care about. All right. Number 2, can you read my own handwriting? Luafau, Nealon, BB. Those 3 names are what's going to make that 2024 draft class a really good one. And we saw flashes of Flournoy yesterday as well when he gets the proper targets, when he gets the proper playing time. All right? That draft class is going to be a sleeper one. And while we didn't get our running back in that draft, which you guys know that I wanted that running back really, 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 really bad, and we gave it away for Trey Lance's pick. But what I can say is these rookies, man, they're tough. They're tough as nails. They're scratching, they're clawing, they're hitting. Luafau knocked somebody out last night. BB been knocking people out all year. Nealon showed that power. Man, there's a lot of promise when it comes to that group. There is. You know what I'm saying? And Guyton is a plus. If Guyton works, he's a plus compared to those 3 guys that I named. And we want Guyton to work, absolutely, and I think he will. But that draft class, we will look back at it and say, you know what, the Dallas Cowboys, they got tougher. And if they would have said, hey, we're going to rebuild this team to reach, to change the guard of it and become a little bit younger and tougher at the beginning of the year instead of saying all in, I'd be fine with, I'd be watching games like I am now and, not expecting much, but really, really watching the development of these guys. And that's what we're getting right now. So, number 3, you got to keep Mike Zimmer because you're starting to see that guys, like the scheme, they didn't trust it at first because they knew something else. They had success with Dan Quinn, so they thought they knew better. And I'm not saying that this defense has become a shutdown, lockdown group, but they're a lot tougher. They adapt better. They adapt better mid-game. I'm starting to see Mike Zimmer starting to understand his players. Like, look at Dono. Dono hasn't looked as bad because I think that Zimmer understands how to use Dono now. And now you're starting to see Dowdle on places to knock people out. He's not as lost in the sauce and coverage and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Lewis is playing ball. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Lewis is probably playing the most consistent football out of anybody on this team. Micah Parsons, you're starting to see him make more of an impact throughout the whole game, not just certain spurts. Micah's making an impact. Micah looks better under Mike Zimmer than he did under Dan Quinn. Under Dan Quinn, I think he was a little bit more limited, but in those spurts, he was dominant. But in Mike Zimmer's scheme, he doesn't always have to be the guy, but he can force the issue, and other guys can look good, like Lawson, like Golston, you know what I'm saying, Osa. You know, we're playing complementary football on defense, and some of that has to do with what's happening on offense, and I'm going to touch on that in another point. Number 4, Rico is not the RB1 that you guys were painting out, and I was trying to tell you guys, but you got to see it now. See, Tampa Bay had linebackers that can run, linebackers that aren't fooled by like elementary setups and stuff like that. And what it came down to is we were getting pushed. We were still getting pushed. You had Vita Vea, who's one of the best DTs in the league. And then you had David, who's one of the best linebackers in the league. So it's going to take a little bit more, right? We were still getting pushed. We were still, getting just enough. And it came to the point where, hey, you're at the second level. Now it's your turn to win these battles, Rico. And Rico was not winning them all day. I made it a point to say this as in the tweet. Ferguson and Rico were getting punked all day, and they found ways, and you saw it. Yesterday there was a toss crack, I think on like a 3rd and 8 or something like that, and it was Rico was one-on-one with the safety, and hey, you got to make this guy miss, and he didn't. And that right there was the run that showed me, hey, that's what y'all all needed to see. Y'all needed to see that right there. But Rico was still able to be effective in the screen game and catching the ball. And that, hey, look, that's an RB2 all day for me. That's an RB2 for me all day. But I'm not paying top dollar for Rico and neglecting this draft class for running back. I think that showed you what you needed to see right there. And lastly, number 5, my 5th point, my 5th observation. You guys been waiting for this. Mike McCarthy coaches better without Dak Prescott. Now, I don't know why, and they got to figure it out, but the formula is there. They have to figure out how to marry it with Dak Prescott and the run game and the defense, and this could be a really good football team. What I'm saying is I don't think we need Dak to play hero ball to be competitive.
Oh, shit.
See, oftentimes we would tell ourselves, and I've been one of those guys that say, damn, we'd be a 3-13 team without Dak. No, we wouldn't. No, we wouldn't. It's happened twice. It's happened twice under 2 different coordinators under the same head coach. And guess what we do? We're resilient and we find other ways. We adjust. With Dak Prescott out there, we don't do that. I don't understand why. Maybe they feel like he's such a good player that they can lean on him, but I'm asking them not to do that. We're asking for the Jared Goff formula in Dallas. Let's find a way to run the football effectively so we can keep our defense fresh. Let's find a way to play defense to make plays. Let's find a way to, our kicker is the best player on the team. Let's find a way not to mess things up and continue to get points and to chip away. And the formula's there, guys. The formula for us to play complementary football like Mike McCarthy is always talking about is right there. You just got to kind of pull back the reins on Dak a little bit. No pun intended. You got to pull back the reins. All right? Not so much checking up front. Or if you got to, if the check is a run, then check to a run. But it's too much flashy football, and I'm just going to tell you. I think Dak's mind is ahead of where his abilities are. Dak's not a quick trigger guy. Dak is a leg thrower, and we're asking him to go out there and put together game plans and do things that his body's just not equipped for. But I can tell you what Dak can do. Dak is good at the line of scrimmage. Dak is good at commanding. Dak is good at playing behind a run game. And we know that. Jared Goff, that's winning formula. So are we going to do winning formula, or are we trying to sell? Are we trying to sell tickets? I think the winning formula would sell tickets anyway. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. I had to talk to y'all. If I don't get to you guys before the holiday, Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, Happy Holidays. Love you guys. We out. Peace.
Turn the pressure up. I don't quit. I don't fold under pressure. I'm the best, and I know I'm the best. Then you know I'm the best.